Hi everyone, welcome to Let's Do English. Hope you're all doing great. Thank you for being here. If this is your first time, or if you've been on this channel a few times and haven't yet subscribed, take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. It would be the best way to show your support and help grow this channel. Let's get started. Some people find the IELTS listening module easy, while others struggle with it. Let us try and explore some of the reasons here. The first reason is because we practice what is known as selective listening. Now, selective listening is when we consciously or unconsciously choose to listen to what is relevant to us and ignore what isn't. However, the good news is that this is a skill that anyone can develop and improve. I would recommend that you listen to British podcasts, documentaries, or TV shows daily. This will not only help train your ears to the accent, but will also help you to scout for relevant pieces of information. Now, moving on to the second reason, let us try and understand the format of the IELTS listening module. The IELTS listening test is the same for academic IELTS as well as for those taking the general IELTS. There are 4 sections with 40 questions in total. The test is for 30 minutes, and for the paper based test, you get an additional 10 minutes to transfer your answer to the answer sheet. For computer based test, you get 2 minutes at the end of each section to check your answers. Each answer carries a point. The good news is that there is no negative marking for incorrect answers, so it would be best to try and answer every question. However, one thing to keep in mind is if you get the spelling wrong, you will not earn any points even though it's the correct answer. Let me explain what this means. If the answer is truly, which is truly, and you write truely, it is considered incorrect. I have a spelling quiz video that should be helpful. Feel free to check it out here. To tackle the issue with spelling, it would be a good practice to carry around a sticky note or a notepad with the list of words that you have difficulty spelling. You don't want to lose points because of spelling mistakes. You can write out the answers fully in capital letters or choose to write in lowercase letters. However, when it comes to proper nouns like the name of a person, place, or a thing, it should be appropriately capitalized. Thirdly, there is something that is really very important. It is the instructions. Pay attention to the instructions. Every section comes with a set of instructions. Failure to adhere to instructions can result in losing points. For instance, when they say one word and or a number, this can be written in the following ways. Let us say the word is chairs and the number is 3. If the answer calls for just one word, you can write chairs. If the answer is just a number, you can write the numeral 3. You could also write the numeral and the word together, as in 3 chairs. However, if you write out the number here, as in THREE, it becomes a word, so 3 chairs would be 2 words, and this could be marked as incorrect, since it does not fulfill the criteria of one word and or a number. Now that we have covered some of the basics, I want to take you through some of the examples from the sample listening tests. I'm sure these will provide you with a lot of insights. Dough Bakery is a great option for baked goods. Their telephone number is 588-968-7333. But if you're ordering for the first time, you will have to dial another number, and it is 588-968-7333. 334. The question is the telephone number, if you haven't placed any order, is. So the moment you hear the telephone number, we all tend to write it down. But when we look at the second sentence, it uses the conjunction but. The word however or but is used to introduce a different set of information that contrasts the first one. And then they go ahead and provide another telephone number exclusively for first time customers or customers who have never placed an order. Now, the answer to the question, if you haven't placed an order, is 588-968-7334. Moving on with the second example. The driving test used to last for 40 minutes. Then it changed a bit. For the first 20 minutes, I had to drive around. The last 10 minutes was demonstrating the maneuvers. Currently, the duration is 30 minutes. The question is the test duration is dash minutes long. Now let's look at the explanation here. Now the driving test used to last for 40 minutes means in the past it used to be 40 minutes. Used to last is a term that denotes a time duration in the past. For example, you could say my lecture used to last for 2 hours. Coming back now, let's look at the next sentence here. Then it changed a bit, which means it changed a little. Bit here means little. For the first 20 minutes, I had to drive around. The last 10 minutes was demonstrating the maneuvers. Currently, the duration is 30 minutes. Currently means now. So the answer to the question, the test duration is now 30 minutes long. Coober Pedy is a desert town of opal mines and underground living which lies 860 kilometers north of Adelaide and 690 kilometers south of Alice Springs. Now here is a small tip. Read the questions completely, otherwise you might end up with the wrong answer. What do I mean by this? Let us look at the actual question. The Australian mining town of Coober Pedy is about dash kilometers south of Springs. But if you just read the Australian mining town of Coober Pedy is about dash kilometers and end it there, all you will be doing will be to look out for a number and then jot it down thinking you've got the right answer. The passage clearly talks about the distance in kilometers from north of Adelaide and south of Alice Springs. So let's answer the question here. The Australian mining town of Coober Pedy is about 690 kilometers south of Springs. William Kidd, better known by the name Captain Kidd, was a 17th century British privateer and semi-legendary pirate who became celebrated in English literature, was one of the most colorful outlaws of all time. The question is, William Kidd lived in the dash. If you left out the article while reading, it would read as William Kidd lived in, and you might even associate it with the year he was born, and quite naturally you might look out for a certain year to be mentioned. So the answer to this question is William Kidd lived in the 17th century. It will be a busy day with a lot of meetings. The first one is at 9 a.m. and it will be for an hour. The next one with the client will be at a quarter to 11. This will last for an hour, after which we can break for lunch. As you prepare for your IELTS exam, it's important to keep in mind the different ways as to how time can be expressed. Quarter to 11 means 10:45. Quarter past 11 means 11:15. Half past 11 means 11:30. So the answer to the question is meeting the client at 10:45 a.m. If you wish to order a cab now, press 1. If you have placed an order previously, press 2. If you wish to make an advance order, press 3. If you have placed an order previously means a customer who has placed an order in the past. If you wish to make an advance order means to order in advance or ahead of time. For example, when you make a hotel booking, you book in advance. Now the question is if he wishes to order a cab for a later time slot. Later time slot means sometime in the future. So one has to book in advance. So the correct answer is press 3. Let us look at the last example here. We offer a very good luggage allowance. You can take 2 suitcases as long as they are no more than 25 kilos each. That is 50 kilos in total, and you can carry one item of hand luggage. Extra luggage will cost you $25. Let's look at the question here. Apart from the hand luggage, travelers, option A, can only take 2 additional suitcases. Option B, are allowed up to 50 kilos of luggage free of charge. Option C, total luggage charge will be $25. This multiple choice question is a bit tricky. Option A talks about 2 suitcases, which matches the passage to some extent. However, it does not talk about the weight of the suitcases. The weight could even be 60 kilos. When we look at option B, it talks about the exact weight of the suitcases that one can carry, which is 50 kilos. The third one is incorrect. Hence, the correct answer is option B. Travelers are allowed up to 50 kilos of luggage free of charge. We are here at the end of our video, and I hope this video was able to throw some light on what one needs to look out for when listening. If this video was helpful, kindly give it a like. Subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends and family. It would really help grow the channel and help motivate me to create content that's useful for all of you. Comment below and let me know how my videos are helping you grow and enhance your knowledge. I also have a Facebook group exclusively for IELTS aspirants, so go ahead and click on the link below and be a part of this growing community. I'll see you all with another video. Till then, bye.